What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? First of all, I just want to do a big thank you to everyone who joined my live stream. I thought it was a really fun experience, and you guys want more, so I think you guys will get more. I think I'm going to do one tomorrow. I'll plan it in and come join. I'm going to do it around 2 or 3 o'clock my time, so people in Asia and people in America could join if they want to, and I'll be happy to see all of you guys there. In addition, I want to do a big shout out to all my Patreons, Otaku Tastic and Teja. Teja, put in the comments below if you know how to say your name. I'm just really curious. Just allow me to pronounce it correctly. But thank you very much for becoming my Patreon. If you haven't yet, please check it out. It will support the channel greatly. And of course, other goals as well. But for today's video, I basically want to jump into NCT 127 because I was looking at them a little bit and I was thinking, what are they actually up to? Funny enough, I think it was today or yesterday, I think actually today, they uploaded a song with Amoeba, the Amoeba culture. Like, what is that? Put that in the comments below. Teach me, because I have no idea what this is, but they released a new song with Safe and I want to deep dive into that. So I would just say, guys, come, let's dive into Safe by NCT 127 and Amoeba culture. Before I get into the video, I just want to say, again, I've not watched this video yet, but from the first point, I really like what they did here. I mean, I love the little hidden, the little numbers that you have everywhere. You know, 127, 127, 127. This is most likely spaceship 127. That's what it looks like, a spaceship. I might be wrong, but I like these small little details. It's really cool. Good job there. This is something interesting. I don't know why, but 2020, 2021, it seems like these tubular places where people can film. So you just have this very long tube effect in the background as if it is going for, it just continues. It seems like a very big thing at the moment, and I get it. It just makes it a very dimensional video because you can have props going all the way to the back and just makes the entire view so much more interesting because you're not just looking at the front, you're also trying to analyze what's happening in the back. I like that. And also when you film it, it gives us a very nice effect actually, because you know, the information, the things you see just go past you, and it gives a bit of a tunnel vision, which is really nice. What does it actually save here? Save the moment, save the wild, save environment, save the world. Let's see what this is about. I think, in all honesty, again, this tubular effect is super cool. I like it. It's a very expensive thing to do. I don't want to talk about how much it is, but a lot. Like, a lot. You can buy yourself some really expensive cars, multiple, for how much they invest normally into these kind of props. On top of that, I do want to give them a big shout out to the plants that they added to it. It's a very nice color combination actually. The blue, the greens, the white. And I like that the character from NCT 127, I guess, is actually sitting in there and he has the same clothes again. It's a very nice color combination. And what I like as well, even though the scene is very white, you can see that it's also very fun to look at. It's very easy on the eyes and you just want to explore more into it. I love when companies do these kind of things. Like, where are we? You know, we have this one thing here, this element. I'm just going to call it an element. It's supposed to be a button according to the video, but all this is basically a panel that's lit up with a sticker on it. I like it. I like when they make something really simple, but in video production, they make it look like a button, even though it's not programmed to do anything. Super cool. I also really like the background here. I mean, it's a studio, I get that, but I love the shapes. I love when shapes are intense and dynamic and contrasting to the entire scene. And another thing what I noticed, again, they sometimes change the backlights. As you can see here it's red. It makes, by changing the color, it makes it look so much more different. And I like that. I like when companies do that. Oh, that's so cool when it turns white. It's so beautiful to look at. CGI. I really will be honest. Slowly, I'm getting into. I love greenery generally in my room. I have some plants up here, for example. It adds so much flavor to a white space. Flavor, color, whatever you want to call it. But here they did a fantastic job here. I just want to analyze some of the scenes again, and especially the CGI. I mean, they did a fantastic job. Even though you know it's fake, they did a good job on masking it. They made it look like it was a little bit 3D dimensional. And also it looks more or less quite real from what it is, which I also like. Love it. Okay, that looked a little bit sloppy in all honesty. It just grew a little bit. I think they were going for an effect where you know, he was throwing it at the camera and then it gets bigger, but it just looks as if, and he's not even holding it that good. If you go slowly over it, you guys can see it. It doesn't feel as natural as if you were really holding a cube. It seems like he's just holding it with his finger, which is cool. But what I want to say is that when you come here, it gets much, much bigger. Do you see what it means? It just gets way too big for the dimension, which is a little bit odd. Doesn't really fit naturally. That is cool though. Like, come on. Come on. Look at that. It turns into water. That's fantastic. One sec. Let's go back to actually. Actually, we saw a lot of the stage. One sec. Oh, my eye is itchy at the same time. Sorry, guys. One sec, where is this one part? Like, this is also super cool. I think he's actually holding a cube here. It just looks so much more real. And they putting some effect inside of it. I think this is fantastic. Again, it's much easier, I think, for the people to interact with a real element rather than a fake element. And they're doing a good job here, actually. But what I'm looking for is this. That was it. That was actually it. Look how cool this design is generally. It looks like as if they made it out of paper. I can only imagine this is paper. It's super cool. This is art. Whoever did this, I hope they got a good paycheck. This must have taken a long time to set up. I want to congratulate NCT 127 once again. I saw the same with Kick It and some of their other videos as well. They always have all the members in shot, and I think this is just great. There are too many groups, and I say this too often, but they don't seem like it's that important, where they don't show all the members nor all the choreography. I mean, why even do a choreography in a video if you're not going to show it to a certain point? And NCT, they never disappoint. Like, you get a bit of a storytelling, you get a little bit of build up, you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, a little bit of hints of everything. And on top of that, you also get the choreography, what a lot of people always look for. A lot of fake zooms in and zooms out, but that's totally fine. I really like these kind of shots as well. Like, it's nothing too complicated to set up. I mean, he's just standing on top of, what is it? A rail. And that's it. And the cameraman is going underneath it. But look at the effect that you're getting. You're getting something really cool. Other companies might as well put, for example, a piece of plexiglass or, you know, just to get underneath the person. You can get some really dynamic shots like that. And they're really beautiful to look at as well. I really still think they're doing a fantastic job here with the lighting. I love how they have the blues, the purples, but very clean colors mixed into the scene. It's nothing too complicated in the sense of it hurts your eyes or you're like, oh, too many colors, too many this and that. It's a very clean video so far. And that's also because of the color white. White is associated with cleanliness, and they're doing a good job here as well in trying to make this look as a very clean video. I do want to notice, I want to pay attention a little bit to their face softening, because there we go. Are they doing it or are they not? I have a feeling sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. For example, here I can see it, maybe, possibly, but then here it's not there, which I think is a good compromise. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's there or not? And the only reason why I think it's there is because here his lips look a little bit soft compared to the rest of his lip. They love these undershots, like showing their entire body. Where did I see that a lot? If I'm not mistaken, that's a real 80s, 90s thing, you know, that hip hoppers used to do back in the days, you know, get those lower shots. I think they're super cool. They're very intense because you look much bigger in the video and you're looking straight down at the viewers, basically. I want to go back there a little bit again. I personally would say that this transition here, they could have maybe do it a little bit more better. Like it, you know, normally when you do a transition like this, what you should do, you should make sure that when you turn and then the next scene should come, the person should more or less be in the same style of sitting or lying down. But it's reversed. So first you see his feet, you know, at the top, but then you have his head coming first. It's a little bit of a, it's a little bit weird. It should all be rotating nicely. So if it was me, I would have the feet on the front part of the scene and then rotate to his face. That was a little bit of a weird, one sec. There's so many things happening here. What was that? Give me one sec. That's a very interesting way to transition to another scene. It's cool though. I'm not going to complain. I think I've never seen something like this before. It's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very good job on the CGI here. It looks really good, looks really alive. And hats off to whoever did the CGI work on the flowers. Well done. You know, for the people who know my channel, I don't like CGI too much. You know, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, if we see stuff like this happening, you know, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but it looks very cliche tech orientated. And it's something I've seen a million times already on YouTube, especially if you watch all these tech channels, okay? But what makes this video so much better are these scenes. I think they're doing a fantastic job with actually showing the choreography and the group and the fun they're having with the dancing. Because it's a very cool beat. Like, this is a beat that actually I could imagine hearing in a club, even in Germany. And I think you don't even have to understand what they're saying. And I think you don't even have to like K-pop to understand what is happening. The beat is just really nice. What is it called? Minimal house, I think? Yeah. One more thing, guys, before I continue with the video. Does it annoy you if I pause too much in my videos? There are a lot of people that sometimes mention it, but I'm like, how do I review it otherwise? If I keep watching it, it will be very hard for me to pick up small details. Very nice transition there, actually. Look at that, through his fingers. Do you see how clean that is? I mean, that is masked. Really cool. And that's also planned, you know, when you create shots like this is not something like the whoever's editing it's like, oh yeah, let's make that the next transition. No, the person doing this and then doing the movement, it's all part of the next scene. That's actually a planned move. If this was accidental, my God, whoever did the editing then, good job for you. I really like the colors of this entire video. They're just fantastic, beautiful to look at. That's the way I'm gonna summarize it so far. It's just a great video to look at. And it keeps on going, you know, which is really nice. One more thing I want to mention really quick. I still think that this element, they just put a lot of money into it, and I can understand why. It's so diverse, and depending on how they, you know, position the camera, it will look cooler than every other scene because they can play around with it. I think they just are able to make these props, you know, once they have the pattern, it's done. But this is just a great use of a stage. It's multi-dimensional, you know, depending on how you shoot it, where you want to shoot it, and what you want to do with it. Okay, here we can maybe see if there's face softening happening. I don't think so, in all honesty. I think it's all makeup. The one thing that I do notice is they did a really bad job at masking this part. Like, do you see how sharp it is here? And then all of a sudden it becomes as weird as this. It's a little bit awkward in all honesty. And then here again, it seems like they masked this a little bit weird. And of course, if I don't pause, I won't see it. But, you know, these are the things that I want to point out. That's how you can improve for your next videos. That was super cool as well. This turning the camera based on the hand movement. Look. Very nice. Very nice song. Nice melody, easy to remember, easy going. And again, we got that kick transition, the classic from NCT. Just one sec, let's analyze that stage for a second, you know, before we end with the video. But look how cool it just looks. Like, doesn't it just look fantastic? Can you just put that in the comments to say it looks good? Because that's all we can say. It really, really looks good. That's all I want to say. So that is NCT 127 and Amoeba Culture with Safe. And I just want to say, what a party. I think NCT 127 always has a bit of a party atmosphere, and I really like their vibe generally. I mean, generally, I also feel as if they ever came to a club, you know, they'll actually be the ones having a good time there. They're really like the manly group that want to show off a little bit who they are. They want to show their dance skills. They want to show how good they are, even in a group. But what I like about the video work and how it's all presented at each of their videos is that it's always nicely combined. It's always nicely put together in the sense of, though they all get their singular parts, they are still a group, and I think they're doing a fantastic job here. The one thing I do miss a little bit in this video, and I don't know if it's because of the stress they had or what was happening in the background, I didn't get this vibe as if they were really enjoying it that much shooting this video. Maybe they did, but then again with NCT 127 and, for example, Kick It, I got the same vibe, but it was a fantastic video. And I'm getting the same thing here again. Maybe it's just their regular routine of not showing their emotions, which I think is good. I think that is totally fine, and I get it, you know, sometimes it can be more happy than other shoots. But now we're coming to the legendary question itself. What do you guys actually think of NCT 127 and Safe? Did you enjoy the video? Do you think it was too wide? Did you enjoy the color schemes? What did you like about it? You know, it doesn't have to be director orientated or video orientated. I want to hear your opinion as well. And guys, first of all, thank you very much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and of course make sure to be on my next video. I mean, I'm really having a good time generally looking at all these K-pop videos, exploring the worlds, and I think it's the best thing at the moment, you know, how to become better at yourself, you know, trying to explore what's happening on these videos and try to mimic it in real life if it ever comes to those moments. So it's a really fun project, and thank you very much for supporting the channel. So I'll catch you on the next video.